Okay, all you crime maniacs out there. We got a really good one for you this week, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yep. Johnny Sizzler. Who could forget him? He even won an Academy Award for Two Men on Top of the Moonbeam. Murder. He never even got to go to any of the after parties. Well, I forget, did he get murdered at an after party or was it at the awards or could it was at the fucking awards. All right. Could you paint the picture? All right, guys, let's listen to the general. He's going to spin the tale for us. This little backstory. All right. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about this. I was a kid. My mom was shrieking. I remember that. My mom was shrieking, and I came out to find to the top of the stairs to see what's going on. And she did. She did. She slipped in the shower, but yeah, I always think it was related. But anyways, back to the story. Back to the awards. So they cut to commercial. What was he choking on? Okay, let's get some of the business out of the way real quick. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Common Nails, built by Everstrong Nails. We'll nail you anywhere if we have to. Everstrong. And better health, too, yeah. Better health. Yeah. Better health. You know, I started using Better Health, and you know me, like I didn't have any sort of real relationships, but since I've been working on myself with Better Health, I've found Tina, and you know, Better Health works, guys. It's been about a year now, and I'm really doing pretty well. Oh no 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 no! Doing a lot of work from home, but we went back to court, and she lets me we do a Zoom call as long as I'm at least 5 miles from her once a week, just to try to work through the stuff so I can talk to Tyler too. Yeah, it's great for meth. If you're going through a bad divorce, and substance abuse problems, that kind of stuff. Anyways, back to the murder. 1993. Mm-mm. Goodwill Hunting. So is Forrest Gump. Pulp Fiction was that year. Shawshank Redemption, I think. Huge field. Yeah, that was the Titanic year too. And but fucking, he was up against Leo. He was up against fucking Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman. Uh, yeah. What happened to Dundee? Refresh my memory, General. Yeah. And I remember, I saw something about that actually, where Angelo said that he was going to return. I guess the Moonbeams is about baseball, so I guess they had a batting glove or something he was bringing back to Johnny, or that's the story I heard. Yeah. No. What? I I don't know, maybe a weird self-defense thing, but like, yeah, I don't know, that doesn't make much sense to me. Like, I want to know, okay, so he was choking on something, go to commercial, he goes to the bathroom, presumably to deal with this choking sitch, and then he comes out of the bathroom and his neck has been slit. Now, was he still choking at that point? Did it even fucking matter? Who knows? Yeah, Angelo was in the bathroom with him, yeah? Uh, yeah. And uh, the if I'm the janitor's name was Michael Rainbow, if I'm not mistaken. He was an interesting character, right? World War II vet, fucking pretty old to be working, right? He must have been 70. Jesus. See, I don't know if you would have it in him to. Okay. He fucking admitted it. All right. I know we've got some Johnny Sizzler tape. I really like to. Let's play one of those. The last. Yeah, there's an interview with him on the red carpet. John Tesh, right before that night. When he was walking up at the Academy Awards. I think that was the 68th Academy Awards. Uh, uh, I'll um What do you mean by that, Johnny? Someone's trying to murder you? The janitor? Johnny. Yeah, he got all into that vegan diet stuff like right before he died. Remember he was on Oprah running around just wearing vegetables, right? And like he had a fucking like a big like a fucking grape leaf over his dong or something, and I got in big trouble. Hey, Oprah! Hey, check it out! Vegetables for everybody! I'm Johnny Sizzler! He was pretty loose, you know. I like this stuff, you know. My dad used to play his songs. I remember in the car. I always liked listening to Photo Booth Fanny, whatever. She was an old jammy with a big old fanny, photo booth Annie. Yeah. He died the next night, actually. It's Academy Award that night, 93, and then the next night. It's true. They were both tragic accidents. You know, my father, my poor dad, you know, we're all shocked and grief by my mom's tragic passing the night before in the shower. And then my dad, you know, being the farmer he got up in the morning because he had to plow the fields, and he combine, ran over a cow. As that happens sometimes, they get stuck up in the fucking rotators, and he's going to pull the cow head out, and cow was dead, of course, and he didn't turn on the kill neutral switch, and the damn jammer just ran him right over. He didn't. It happens to at least 6 farmers every day in the world, that is, most of them in India. But anyways, back to the murder, right? So he comes out, throat slit. I remember Carrie Fisher, right? She tried to help by just throwing her martini right on his face. She's like, "This will disinfect it." This will disinfect it. Shh. Ah. Who's yelling, "I killed him"? You can hear it in the background. It does kind of sound like Angelo. It does sound kind of like the janitor too, and I'm always surprised the janitor's voice. You would think a guy 90, they always have that in their voice. Okay, so I know he's dying there in the throat, on the floor, and fucking Sigourney Weaver's. She's taking off her dress and using it as a tourniquet around his neck. The paramedics come flying in. Oh my goodness, it was a mess. Excuse me, please get out of the way. We need to help him. We need to get out of the way. Please, can you please move out of the way? I've seen better flapjacks on a griddle. I'm all natural, okay? And then Tim Robbins punched that paramedic in the face. Hey, that's my woman! Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that was fucking epic. In the midst of all of it, Johnny Sizzler's getting run out of the fucking Academy Awards, the man Chinese Grauman Theater, whatever the fuck it's called, and they're pumping his chest. Someone's holding the IV bag. They're running. The helicopter's landing right on the fucking red carpet. Oh my God. And they had to put him in the basket because the helicopter couldn't quite land right. Oh my, it's a windy night. Yeah, it was Tom Hanks's fucking helicopter. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yep. And then they put Sizzler in and he had to ride by himself in the basket. Yeah. There he is again. He had to be that fucking janitor, man. He just keeps saying, I did it. Or is that. Or it sounds like. You're right, there's a lot of false confessions, a lot of mental illness, especially among janitors. What was his motive? Just because he wanted to win the award? Moon over the double moonbeam? Because if you think about it, right? Was it Sigourney? No, that was Susan Sarandon? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They'll do anything. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that was a fatal blow. Could everybody's like, oh, it was definitely from the neck slashing or the choking, but it could have just been a swift chin to the perfect spot, stopped his heart right then. Two-step chin. Oh yeah, these are great. They used to be. I love my laser flavor. You get used to the smell, the burning hair smell. You get used to it. You're not having a stroke. Yeah, don't mix. Whew. Yeah, you be careful when you have a dull laser, and it's just not quite. It's just gonna burn your ass. It's not gonna fucking. It's gonna fuck up your junk. Get yourself a new laser. Don't be cheap because you get those old lasers, and that's when you're gonna get yourself radiation. You're gonna grow an extra dong or something. Let's get back to the story. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry I interrupted you, General. Okay, so now we're arriving at the hospital, and he lands, and they just hover and they land the cart right there at Cedar Sinai Hospital in Hollywood, and they.
Hey, I'm Chet Lemon with Access Hollywood, and right behind you can see Johnny Sizzler's being let down from the helicopter. Is he? I can't tell if he's quite conscious. I think there is some movement. That. Excuse me, sir. Are you a witness to this, sir? Okay, sir. It's pandemonium out here, Mitchell. It's wild. There's so many people. I don't know. There's no security. We're just here at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and Johnny Sizzler is he's being unhooked from the helicopter, put on a gurney, and they're running him. They're pumping his stomach. They have all sorts of contraptions on him. It does not look good. Oh my! They're using lasers, guys. Back to you. And this interview, remember, was sponsored by Gillette, the best a man can get.
Yeah, he was right there in the fucking Access Hollywood video. He followed the fucking hell. Like, how'd he get there so fast? That's not even humanly possible. It does. Because by the time they get Johnny inside, the crowd's so big, by the time they get him into the operating room, he's dead. He's fucking dead. And that was it. March 1st, 1993, Johnny Sizzler is no more. Dun dun dun! When he came... Shut up. How do you know that? A blood capsule? Like when he came out of that bathroom, because he probably wasn't even joking then. Yeah. So, that's right. Johnny was like, he's always doing pranks. He was known as being a real, kind of goofball. He was a great guy. I fucking love that guy. Anyways, he was like, hey, can you give me one of those fucking little blood packs, And I was like, yeah, of course, you're fucking Johnny Sizzler. I'll give you anything you want. Yeah. That's super suspicious. He gave it to him right before. So, but he was dead, you know what I mean? Like, the doctors at the fucking hospital were, what? Oh my God. Doogie fucking Howser. I didn't even think about this, but Neil Patrick Harris, he must have been working there by then. Ian's earring. Okay, let's hear it. I have very sad news. After exhaustive life-saving efforts, Jonathan, Daniel, Michael, Souza, Sizzler is pronounced dead today, March 1st, 1993, at 1:27 in the morning. Johnny's dead. Yeah, now I see it, but I never noticed. And the legend has it that that Robin Williams was doing Patch Adams at that same time, and he was actually the one doing the surgery on Johnny when he actually kicked it when he died. He flatlined. Robin couldn't get him back. He was just too much. He left. It probably, I always thought that was the big reason that he killed himself. Okay, Robin. Robin, you must focus. Robin, this is not a joke. God, I miss him. He was always on cocaine, that is. But yeah, he was not a doctor. Okay, so if you're telling me that this was all a ruse, if you will, a Holly ruse, where is Johnny Sizzler? He had a lucrative movie career. He just had won the Academy Award for Best Actor. He was peaking. He was only 47 years old. What happened? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, General. That's why. And I always wonder why fucking Sigourney Weaver came to my dad's funeral. Is that the janitor? But what is he, fucking 130 years old? Oh, that's a great lead-in for our next sponsor. Do you have a family member that's starting to need more care? Memory care, that is. Well, maybe you can come over to Belvedere Farms, a retirement home for active people with dementia. Oh, that's so cool. If my dad didn't die in that farming accident when he was younger, before I didn't even know he was a movie star, and he had all fucking double life, but, that would have been where I would have sent him. Because he ended up dying the way he did die, but yeah. And he had just got out from the Hollywood machine. Yeah, the combine cow grinder. Fuck. Now this all I'm really excited about our next week's episode. This one's kind of we're kind of going off the normal beaten path. This one's more of a supernatural one. It's about the dogmen of Munich, Germany. And there's both of them and how they were kind of connected. Yeah. Thanks for blowing my mind again, General. Holy shit. Fucking janitor. Good night and great love.